2025 dating is definitely going to be worse than 2024.
And he said that I threw the machine at him and I've been rude all night.
Man can work all day to keep a woman home nice and comfortable and come home to no punani, no home-cooked meal, in a dirty house.
She has no libido. She has no interest in being intimate with you. In fact, you breathe wrong.
It's financially stable. I know you're broke, but and also
and said, yeah, King, keep your head up. She's not the one. I'm standing outside this man's house for 10 minutes and he's telling me, nah, the Uber driver already let me know game, so call your Uber back home.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Get out. Shoo. Yeah, get out. Let's go. Spin. 28, 5, 2, 1. Taking brother-in-law applications. You must be ambitious. Take care of yourself. Can't be fat. Like, respectfully. Pros if you like supercars.
Oh, that is a pro. Traveling.
Nah, I don't care about traveling.
Oh, okay.
Haley does though. This is for her, not for you.
I'm looking for a friend here, guys.
Must make $1 million minimum.
Instagram at Bebe taking applications.
When he was talking, it was fine. When they started talking, delusion came in right away. $1 million, joking, somewhat serious. I'm sure very serious.
4 more times I got the ick recently.
Here we go again.
Number 1, when this man, full-grown, able-bodied man, rushed his way onto the subway in front of 2 pregnant women so that he could get a seat, and then he made eye contact with both of the women and didn't give up his seat. Number 2, when the man who has been texting me, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? And not having a conversation, when I finally told him that I'm not interested anymore, he started calling me a bunch of times. I'm like, why are you interested now? Why do you suddenly want to have a conversation with me? Number 3, when
You're very single.
I was eavesdropping on the couple next to me when I was having a little solo lunch, and she was saying how she wants to cut her hair, and that's been like way too long, and her hair was...
All right, so I had to stop it because this girl is single. So the guy called her, and instead of trying to see if he may have been serious, maybe you question him a little bit, talk to him, not desperately, she rejects him. This is the same lady. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with her and seen her videos of her saying, I'm single. This is my goal to find a new man for 2025. Yes, she's doing this.
Was very long, and her boyfriend was like, I don't want you to cut your hair, you're gonna look too masculine, like you should leave your hair long. And then she just ended up agreeing with him. I was like, oh, you're right. And number 4, when 2 guys separately texted me on New Year's Eve that I went on dates with earlier this year, and they both wanted to know what I was doing for New Year's Eve and like kind of hinting that I should be spending it with them. And I said that I already had plans. They're like, oh man, so you're not gonna kiss anyone at midnight? And I was like, no, not gonna kiss anyone. And that's also just not how I'm gonna start off 2025. Like we ended things for a reason.
So 2 guys contacted her. I can't.
So I just got off work and I wanted to do a quick story time because what a night. Craziness happened. And it just like, there's a lesson in this. There's a lesson in everything, but this one especially. This group of 3 people came in to sit at the bar. I'm a bartender. And 2 gentlemen, 1 lady.
That's one of those jobs I couldn't have regretted I did that job. I just wanted to state that, and I'm sure a lot of men feel the same.
They didn't stay long. They had a few beers, got like a few sides, and we like were cracking jokes. Things were chilling, whatever. Normal interaction, right? Well, they asked to close out and for a box. So I come and I bring like our little manual Ziosk machine, whatever. And I'm like, hey, if you guys would like to split, you can just hit split check. I'm going to go grab your box. I come back. I was like, here's that box for you. And whatever, they don't really say anything. I go and I help another guest. Well, I noticed that the 2 gentlemen seem to be getting heated with each other, like arguing. And one gentleman gets up and leaves. I noticed that they didn't pay their tab yet. So I came over and I was like, maybe they're arguing about who's going to pay the check. Like, maybe I need to split it. I don't know. So I come over and I'm like, hey, is everything okay here? Like there seems to be a problem. Or no, I said, is there a problem? This is where it got weird, because the second guy who didn't leave starts cussing me out. And he's like, no, everything's not okay. You're so rude. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. He was saying, like, just basically, like, going in on me. And I kind of, like, laughed for a moment because I didn't think he was serious. I was like, oh, wait, like, what? Like, what's going on here? And he said that I threw the machine at him and I've been rude all night and I've just been so disrespectful to them. And I was like, wait, is this like, I'm genuinely confused, because we were like cracking jokes, laughing. They seemed like super nice. And I'm like, what on earth is going on here? And he just keeps going in and he starts calling me a bee, saying I'm a dusty bitch, like all this stuff, like going in on me. I like, obviously before it got to that point where he was calling me names, I went and I grabbed the manager and I was like, what? And I just think it's crazy because he was like, so like a light switched. And like, I was like, I was not being rude to you guys. I'm sorry. Like, I literally asked if you wanted to split the check. I grabbed your box. Like, we were like, fine. And the girl chimes in. She's like, you were being rude all night. And I was like, are you guys okay? Because I am so confused right now. I looked at my bar back. I looked at the guests around. I was like, was I being rude? And like, everyone was like, no, like, so, right? So, and they end up kicking him out. He paid the tab, whatever. They're kicking him out. He continued cussing at my manager on his way out. And as he was walking back, he's like cussing at my manager, like, meh, meh, meh. Homeboy gets hit by a car.
Damn! I'm sad that he got hit by a car, but she could have been rude. She could have been rude. You know, you think about certain things. Now, when you're away, I used to be a waiter before. Now, he could have said, all right, excuse me, can you bring some more bread? She could have gave a little snide remark like that and didn't realize it. Why didn't she realize it? Because a lot of times, a lot of modern women don't realize certain things, right? She could have been very short. And because at first I'm thinking, wait a minute, he's trying to get out of paying the tab. But he pays the tab. And him and the girlfriend are mad and saying you've been rude all night. Or it could have been he was mad that he got into an argument. So all in all, if that's what it is, that's what you should have thought that's what it was. Don't stress it. Get over it.
Let me tell you how I literally had to delete Lyft, because my Lyft driver literally texted the person that ordered my Lyft and said, yeah, King, keep your head up. She's not the one. Yes, you heard it right. So y'all, I get in my Lyft or whatever. You know, sometimes they be like, oh, how you doing? How your day going? I'm like, oh, it's not going good. Mind y'all, it's about like 10 o'clock, 11, right? So a dude just ordered me an Uber because he wants me to come over, hang out, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? I really don't want to go because I really don't like him. But I don't know how to express to him that I don't like him because he's so sweet. So the Uber driver is confiding in me. He's like, yeah, just talk to me. Let me know, like, what you don't like about him. See if I can help you out with it. I'm thinking that we have a brother and sister moment going on. Nah. Me not knowing he's a short king as well. You get what I'm saying? The person I'm talking to is short king. You're not really my type. You're not buff. You don't, no, I don't want it. So yeah, I'm sitting there talking to the Uber driver or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Another one of those judging a man for his height. A man can't change his height, but a woman can change when they're fat. I know we've all heard it all before, but it's getting tiring because I think they did something and calculated the percentage of tall men around the world is like around 10% or something like that over 6 feet, and you still wanting a man over 6 feet. They don't realize it. And look where she's from.
I'm saying, so while I'm texting him, I'm telling the Uber driver, like, yeah, I just don't like him. I just don't see a future. He really likes me, stuff like this. I'm telling him what's going on. I'm explaining to him how I don't like him. He trying to give me solutions. Nothing's going to work. A plus B is not going to go Y into Z. No. So yeah, at this point, we're getting close to our destination, right? So I'm texting bro, but bro's slowly texting me, like, slow now. Like, I'm telling him, like, oh, okay, I'm finna be 5 minutes away. He's, oh, all right, let me know. Mind y'all, minutes before that, he was just saying, oh, I can't wait to see you. It's been so long. I missed you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, y'all, it's mad cold outside. Keep that in mind, okay? So now I'm pulling up, and the Uber driver just like, yeah. Well, I hope you have a good time, and I hope you at least let him know. He keeps saying that, like, oh, yeah, I hope you let him know. Give him signs at least. Don't waste his time. Gotcha. Y'all, why did I get outside the car? And I'm standing outside this man's house for 10 minutes and he's telling me, nah, the Uber driver already let me know game, so call your Uber back home. You didn't even have the decency to call me one back? Karma's a bitch. So now I'm sitting here standing stupid. I'm like, what you talking about? I'm like, what I do? He like, yeah, the Uber driver already told me we good. You don't like me because I'm short, I'm this. I said, the Uber driver never answered me when I'm texting him telling him I'm down the street after I done lied and said I was on Hoover and this and that. What?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, you get a 0-star rating from me.
Oh, man.
Okay? Mr. King.
Congratulations. He stuck to the brother code. Let me tell you, right? So he's a man. Also, he could be a man in the market. Also, he could be struggling. As you said, he's another short king. Me, I'm an Uber. Say if I'm an Uber driver, right? I'm a short king as well. 5'7". So I'm going to listen and I'm going to feel the same way. I'm going to have the same attitude and the same energy as the Uber driver. That's why everything he did, I congratulate him for. He looked out for a young brother in arms.
Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity.
So he doesn't make the mistake of dealing with her. Why? Yes, he could have made her fall in love. You can, as a short king, there's a lot of women that are small in stature. That's usually what you would go for, right? So if she's 5'2", you're towering over her, and she's complaining, because that she probably is, and she's complaining she wants a guy like that, abort mission. I'm happy the Uber driver told him, so now he doesn't waste his time.
I'm so sick of these men wanting to clap my cheeks and not get to know me. That's all they want from me. I'm amazing. I have a great personality. I'm funny. They don't care, though. They don't care because they're nasty dogs. I'm going celibate.
Yeah, you're going celibate, but you're the one letting them clap your cheeks.
Can someone explain to me how a man can work all day to keep a woman home nice and comfortable and he'll come home to no punani, no home-cooked meal, and a dirty house? I mean, isn't the whole point of staying home to help make the person who's working all day's life easier?
Yes, great point. And a lot of us ask the same thing ourselves, but you know, that's why a lady named Cooking with Kai has become so popular. Cook something, shake something, man is happy.
Sassy male apocalypse is really funny until we need to find husbands. Only 1 in 3 men under the age of 30 are in a relationship, whereas 2 in 3 women are in a relationship. How is this possible? Women are dating older. If you have 50 men on Tinder and 50 women on Tinder, 46 of the women will give all of their attention to 4 men. On Tinder, a man of average attractiveness has to swipe 200 times to get 1 swipe back for coffee. And if the coffee date happens, 4 out of 5 of those said coffees will ghost him. The men who are rejected at that rate indulge in more misogynistic content online, and I begin to think about my brothers or my future sons. And the reality, the current situation is men are not doing well. And who wants economically and emotionally viable men the most? Women.
What's crazy to me is that this difference between what young women experience and what young men experience in dating and in relationships today is that it's just skimmed over. It's like, oh, we both have it really bad. And yeah, men have it worse, a little worse. But guys, let's be real. Just based on these statistics alone, men have it way worse than women when it comes to dating. In general, I don't think that people, especially young women, do a good job at putting themselves in young men's shoes. Because what I've seen is that there is a total lack of empathy when it comes to this issue. For example, when the loneliness epidemic was first being talked about in young men, women bashed men. They blamed men for the issue. And then women wonder why they can't find a good husband. Well, it's because when they were younger, in their 20s, and they were going through this, they just decided to stay single and build their empire.
Yes, that's what men are doing. And that's what happens. And that's what you should be doing. When you're down and out, nothing to show for, go get something. There's a reason men say that. You can celebrate when you're older, after you've worked for it. Now, what's happening, it is criminal. It's not criminal, but it's almost criminal what's going on. And, you know, the ladies, they don't understand. They're all picking and choosing the same guys while guys are struggling out there. And the only ones that know, that truly understand I'm playing, is the ones that dress up and become men, and then they don't get talked to and they go into depression and want to off themselves. Yeah. And men have to deal with it all the time. And some men do off themselves. Shouldn't happen, but it happens. And then women get online talking like this.
All the men who think their wives have gone insane. Your wife is probably between the age of 35 and 45. She has no libido. She has no interest in being intimate with you. In fact, you breathe wrong. You smell wrong. You're doing everything wrong. She has no motivation. She's tired all of the time, not just as an excuse at night, but
The marriage problem, guys. Menopause. Somebody said it, and I'm truly convinced. I'm looking at her face. I can see it in her jaws. Your wife is so. She's just sniveling down here. That's menopause in her. She's upset. She's frustrated, not sexually frustrated. She is just hormones just all over the place. Look at her.
literally tired all the time she's taking naps. She never did that before. You're wondering, where did my wife go? She doesn't participate in any of the hobbies that used to light her up. You don't remember the last time you have seen her lit up. She complains a lot about her body aching. She's taking a lot of ibuprofen, maybe a little extra wine. She just feels and looks meh. And it doesn't seem like any amount of romance, helping around the house, motivation, nothing you do is helping.
You are all selfish mother.
Maybe you're even already going to marriage counseling because she thinks it's you. She probably already went to her doctor and asked for help with libido and her tiredness and all of it. And her doctor probably said, it's probably your marriage. And so then she came home and signed you up for marriage counseling. Or maybe I'm talking to the man that it's too late and you're hearing this after you've been separated or divorced. This is perimenopause. It is destroying relationships because nobody, no doctors, not the women and not the men, know that this is happening, and everyone is blaming the husband and the relationship. So I want to hear your story. Share in the comments what has been going on. Did you know about perimenopause? Does all of this sound like your wife? Let's figure it out together.
Yeah, guys, that's a problem because that's what's happening. And think about it. When you see somebody say, I divorced him and I regret it, I think about him every day. A lot of times when you see those videos, that's what it is. They're struggling, but instead of going to counseling, instead of getting the help, instead of going to a professional and them telling you, a doctor, right, will tell you possibly could be going through menopause. They'll see the signs. Instead of going for that help, they choose divorce. And that's the problem. A big problem.
If you're an ugly man, please stop scrolling. Or like, mid. Just stop scrolling. I am tired of being with these pretty boys.
Okay.
Okay? They're good and all. They're good to look at. But personality-wise, I can't stand them. I'm looking for an ugly man. One that I can give that good old redhead Pac-Man, laugh with, spend every single day with, cuddle with, be obsessed with. I need it all. I'll pack your lunch. I'll cook you dinner. I'll start your showers. I'll tell you how proud I am of you. I'll encourage you. But I'm tired of those pretty boys. So please, comment. 'Cause I'm looking far and wide, baby.
I just want a boyfriend. It's about time. Alright, what are my options? Alright, so this one has a lot of money and he would treat you good and you'd be set for life. This one would be really, really nice to you and he treats his mom well. This one is like totally obsessed with you and in love with you. And these are all some really good ones. Actually, this one doesn't want you at all, so ignore that one. And wait, why doesn't that one want me? It doesn't matter, he would treat you like shit anyway and he's 5'7", so just ignore it. But what's his name? Are you serious? You have all these options. Yeah, I want that one. The one who doesn't want me. That's the one I want. Dumb is. Can I have that one, please? Sure, take it. I don't give. Just take it.
Hey babe, I have something to tell you.
Okay.
I can't pay the rent this month.
Why not?
I just don't have the money for it.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just don't have the money. I think with all the Christmas shopping and everything, I didn't stick to our budget, I guess.
You just made the budget like last week, though.
I know, and I don't have the money for it. I don't know what to do.
Can you just do like overtime or something on the weekends?
You want me to work overtime on the weekends?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to go back to work.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Are you serious? You want me to work overtime on the weekends?
After what happened, they said I couldn't come back, so it's not like I can just go back and start doing hours again. It's not that big of a deal. Just like grab some extra shifts on the weekend.
Oh my.
He just became docile. Just took it, threw it in the river, let it swim down the ocean. His Johnson turned into baby Moses. Somebody needs to find it.
And who is financially stable. And I know you're broke, but anyways. And also, so many broke
Rejects have been rejected.
I know, it happens. But also just, someone who can laugh with and have a great time with.
Okay, so we have all of the popped balloons, so
I
we're
love
gonna
it.
go down the line and ask a few questions.
Let's do it.
What's your name, age, and why did you pop your balloon, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Justin. I'm 33. I'm a vice president of Shooter Partnership for an economic development firm. And I popped because I think it takes a lot of courage to come on a show like this and to kind of laugh off people's intention when folks are here genuinely. I feel like that's not great. So.
Okay, and would he be your type?
No, but I also didn't get anyone's intention. No one actually got a chance to even say anything, so I didn't laugh at anyone's intentions at
Your
all.
comment while we pop balloons about folks being broke is just not really appreciated. So.
Well, they popped my balloon. It wasn't appreciated on my end either. That's unfortunate. Let's move on.
Okay.
You needed to be humbled, and you got humbled.
Let me tell you how wild psychology works, okay? I'm going to share something that's going to blow your mind about how women view men. So I was talking to this guy, and he's a celebrity, and he was telling me about a time that he met another celebrity, a female celebrity, very high profile, at this award event, okay? And the first time they met, she barely paid any attention to him, barely even looked his way, said hello, meet and greet, whatever. Weeks go by. This time there's another event that he shows up at with a very high profile female by his arm, okay? Suddenly, the OG woman was all over him. She was just begging for his attention at the party. Here's the thing. Men don't understand that the caliber of the woman that they have on their side instantly changes the way women perceive them. When a woman sees you with a powerful, confident, high-value woman, automatically she will think to herself, wait, what's special about him that she chose him? The curiosity and the interest will automatically peak. Especially if it's a woman that's highly respected too, highly favored. It's not about looks, it's not about charm, it's about what you represent in the eyes of the woman who respect the woman that you're with. Honestly, like I said, it's crazy how psychology works.
Yo, I'll post a picture with a dude, and old men in my comments would be like, how many one-night stands you have? How many one-night stands you have? At least I'm getting laid.
She belongs to the streets.
Let's take a good hard look in the mirror. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about Kelsey. Kelsey's good. Kelsey's fine. Like, they're obsessed with my body count. It's crazy. Just pretend like my body count is 1 trillion. Limit does not exist. It is pi. Infinite. Who gives
No hope. No hope.
Should I run? Yeah, try that vegan chocolate cake. It's actually so good, bro. Vegan chocolate cake? Yeah, it is.
Vegan food is good.
In my opinion, it's not a different food.
Friend zone.
This is what men are talking about. That man does not want to be your friend. He wants to smash it while being angry, like, ha! Walking around with all of that. She don't want to be a friend.
It took less than 15 minutes to get legally married, and it cost $75. To get divorced took 37 months, cost me well over $100,000, 99% of all of my belongings and possessions that I had amassed for my whole life, everything from childhood. I lost all those things. I would never get married again. It feels a lot like a trap. Nothing should be so difficult or expensive, and if you don't have the money, what do? You just get screwed. No, I would never, ever let someone have power and control over me like that ever again.
That's how men are starting to feel. And they're choosing not to get married anymore. And I see all the time. I saw a video where a lady got upset because she was talking to a couple of guys that weren't married, wanted them to remarry her. And they said no. And this is why.
What does a day in a life look like for you? So I wake up every day at 2:45.
2025 dating is definitely going to be worse than 2024. I went out by myself Saturday evening, and I'm leaned up against the pillar in the lounge that I was at. I was in the mood to hear some live music and decided to go by myself. Yeah, because I don't get asked out. Maybe they've seen my TikToks. I don't know. Anyways, this gentleman, him and I keep eyeing each other. Wasn't bad looking. So he comes over finally, and he said, "How are you?" I said, "Hey, I'm great. How are you?" He said, "Fine." He's like, "Are you here alone?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "You're very beautiful, by the way." And I said, "Well, thank you. I'm flattered." And then he goes, "Can I have your number?" Now, I gave him my number, and let me tell you why. First of all, I've heard stories of when women reject men and how some of them don't take it too well, but still, nonetheless, I don't know. But I don't want to be rude. What I wanted to say was, heck no, I'm not giving you my number. But then I would have came across as, oh, so you're bougie. You're one of those. You think you're too good, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, here's my number. So he calls it, of course, on the spot. And I feel it ringing in my purse, but I did not take my phone out of my purse to show him, oh, look, here, I got your number. Because I wanted to see what he was going to do. I was like, I feel you ringing. You got the right number. He's like, okay, pleasure meeting you. And then he walks off. So I didn't see him for a while. So then I ended up walking around to the other side. And then I see him out there with a whole group at a table smoking hookah. And me and him just look at each other, and he smiles, and I'm thinking, are you serious? First of all, you saw me there standing, because there wasn't any sitting room, in my heels, by myself. Didn't even offer conversation, for one. Really didn't even offer a drink, for two. Not that I needed it. Don't get your feelings all in a rut right here now, but nothing. So I knew immediately I'm going to block this man. So as I leave, of course, I get home. He texts, "Did you make it home okay?" I responded to that mess.
Now, what you just said, right? He didn't understand. She had no situational awareness. He didn't understand what was happening. You were sitting there because you couldn't get a seat. He wasn't thinking about that. Like, that's something I would have thought of. Hey, you want to come to my table? I would have said that. You look like you're sitting here alone. But he wasn't that kind of guy. Why? A lot of guys don't get a chance to be that kind of guy, or they definitely don't because of how hard it is nowadays. But as you said, a lot of women are doing what? So what is happening? Right? So you gave him the number because you're desperate. That's why you gave him the number. And you should have made it be known. Hey, said something to him. If you wanted to go sit at the table, hey, can I come sit at the table with you? He would have said, sure, come sit down. What happened to reciprocation? Like, so you're showing your red flag already.
That mess. So actually, I didn't even know he texted because I fell asleep when I got home. But he texted, "Did you make it home? Hey, are you good?" Of course, I didn't see him, didn't answer him. So the next day, good morning. I didn't answer it. And I was getting dressed. I was going to go get some wings for the game and stuff. And then he calls me. And then he FaceTimes me. And, sir, did you really think, and you know what? I think they really do think. I think a lot of some men, I'm going to stop putting every man in the same category because every man's not the same. I think men really do this stuff because they get away with it, and some women go for it, I guess. Yeah, no. I am one that you definitely have to come correct. Definitely have to come correct. I'm done. I'm done taking just settling or the bare minimum. Sorry.
I'm going to stop it right there. She was a finish. You're done. Exactly that. You're over the age. You just admitted that. And you're still complaining. This is why you're done. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video. Answers coming.